My name is Dr. Carlo Chalhoub, and I'm here today to give you an awareness session with Management Mix. And the topic of today is going to be compliance in business management. The outline, we're going to be talking mainly about 4 points: existence of compliance or the compliance gene. The second point is going to be the compliance impact on our planet evolution. How did compliance contribute in reaching humans where they are today? Third, we're going to talk about the modern compliance environment, how people are conceiving compliance. And last but not least, I'm going to give a small case example about compliance in the healthcare system and specifically in a dental practice. To go back to point one, contrary to most people think, compliance is not something that was born yesterday. Compliance, in fact, existed and started developing with the caveman. In fact, when the caveman started producing tools, the Homo habilis, this is when compliance started existing. And as you can see, inventing the wheel and having rules for the wheel for transportation, that was the embedded of compliance in the brain of humans. Now, compliance also had, back in the days, two main perspectives. One of it was the herd compliance, because the evolution from animals and herd into humans, people still wanted to belong to a bigger group. So everybody goes into the cave before sunset, everybody goes into the cave before sunset. That was part of the compliance. Non-compliance, you will have to deal with the risk of it. And the risks back then were safety and survival. Later on, we started having targeted compliance on specific topic, such leading to industrialization and leading to standardization, international standards. Now, the main question is for the human to comply or not to comply. And this is when we have people who comply, and then this is when we have people who rebel on compliance and change laws and change the way things work. Compliance impact on our planet. As you can see, compliance is embedded in everything, in politics, public policy, armies, strategies, economies, society. An example would be compliance in ruling systems. Another example will be compliance in religion. Now, the difference between the ruling societal movement and the religion, the compliance in religion gives you an incentive of reward. If you follow the rules of the religion, you're going to be rewarded with heaven or with. And if you don't, there is the punishment where you'll go to hell. Same thing apply in the compliance and societal laws, where we have punishment, you can go to prison or you can be tortured. And the reward, you'll have financial reward. That's why the topic of compliance for students in politics science, economics, public policy, history, and business is open a lot of fields for research. Third point of the modern compliance universe and misconceptions. Unfortunately, most of the people think compliance came after 2008 financial meltdown, which is wrong, because as we just highlighted for you, compliance existed since the first caveman was on this planet. Now, the 2008 brought the awareness of compliance up to the surface, and specifically financial compliance. But that awareness brought a lot of misconceptions. And I will give one example about the most misconception about compliance is the CSR, corporate social responsibility. If you ask most of the compliance people, they will tell you CSR is giving back to the society. This is a total misconception. This is totally wrong. Corporate social responsibility has nothing to do with giving back to the society. It's about compliance. It's about how you make your money. Do you pay bribes? Do you pay your taxes? Do you corrupt officials? Now, what do you do with your money? You want to give it for free? You want to give it free training? You want to sponsor a football team? You want to do whatever you want? This is up to you. This is not CSR. This is one of the main misconceptions of compliance. And by now you could realize how people are ignorant but pretentious about compliance. Last but not least, as you can see, we're shooting today from a dental practice. And our client in the dental practice for the past 3 years have been following our compliance strategy. And the best example we can get facing the COVID-19 crisis, the dental practice did not get affected. Last year in 2019, we circulated our OSHA training, and the OSHA training was specific on compliance and infection of control manual. So all the infection that can come into the dental office are being dealt with under a policy and procedure. Having a COVID, an additional virus, will not change the policy procedures. So everything's remain in place, everything's doesn't get affected, but the management does get affected. We need to space between clients, and we need to make sure the waiting room is not crowded. And of course, as you can see, face masks and eye shields. That was my session briefing about compliance. Any question that you have and any further query that you might have, you know how to contact us at Management Mix. Thank you so much. Be safe. Bye-bye.